they don't account for those monies. You can receive the amount of money. You're corrupt too. You all that not anybody background. You all that not anybody farm. To say I don't want to get in my farm. I don't want brush around the place. Don't come there. No. Why if the man is a student of you are and he working in government or he associated with job here. So he may not come to school because he working with job here and you say job here or job reality. So who does that? Who does that? Nobody do the kind of things, man. The thing is very is really somehow to talk about. Your politics should be on your campus. You can be on campus, you're on your campus, you insult the president all the time, you're witch. Your counselor, your students, you're not soup. And soup is not the only student based or campus based or student political party on UL campus. They got other political parties that are there. You see what they do? You feel like they may not doing it because they got nothing with the government? No, they are independent. So if they say the government official may not come here today, opposition official too may not go there. But you cannot allow opposition official to be going on the campus. Then you say government official may not go there. You got the government official, they do that. Blah, blah, blah. These things are not, they're not advocacies. This is not advocacies. This is hypocrisy. Look in the South African Parliament, they got the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters. They are there for social justice. They don't care whether it is the Maforisas people or it is the other people. They go for you because if you do bad, they tell you say you do bad. That's why they are mostly respected on the continent of Africa and even outside the continent. People respect them because they usually stand by their words. They don't go because they are aligned with certain people. Even if their member do, if Shimbabu does wrong, Malima will tell him, say you do wrong. If Malima does sin, Shimbabu, all of them will tell it, Malima say, even though you are the leader of EFF, but you dig the thing, it's because they stand for the cause. Sadly for Soup, you're making the people to believe now that all the things you're doing, that opposition influence. People beginning to have that thinking that every other action you have taken since the George U.S.-led administration is being influenced by the opposition. Today, Gray said he going to have lunch with students of University of Liberia campus. He went there. The violence went on. Grace left. As soon as Gray left, Yeke Koruba and his group went there. You came back and start hailing Yeke. Because Yeke was saying, and Gray saying, man, and I can't. And Grace, so you were hearing the kind of statement from Yeke. But because Gray went there to say he had long with people, you all dislike it. You all like it. That bad thing Gray do. To say in going to how long with some of his supporters and students on the campus of University of Liberia. That bad thing Gray have ever done in your entire life. But Yeke King, and Yeke King like, and Gray saying, man, and I can't. And Yeke took a march and marching all in the man district. He won't react for the man. And y'all are there shouting back to cry, Amanda, what do? Amanda, what do? Amanda, what do? Yeke that man, Yeke that man. You're chanting that Yeke that man. But when Great do the same thing, you get Great that bad man. But when Yeke do it, you get that man. When Great do it, Great want student to get killed. Great want student to get injured. Great want student to get. But when somebody do the same thing, you all hate the person. What's that? It's not that being hypocritical. If the man do something and you criticize the other man do the same thing, criticize the man then. But you will not do that. You preferred not to speak because Yeke la opposition man. And Yeke la your man. Like Yeke that can cost the hair out of the president. You're like it. But if another person come and cause Joseph Boaga, that person take trouble. That person not in enjoy Liberian people. That person had the days. But when you get do it, you get up. Yo, you get not afraid of the person. You get because you feel that mentality you have, like what people don't take you serious. You these so-called activists and advocates. Gray went on the campus to say in having lunch. The campus in your district and seeing how long you get problem here. Somebody come from where district number 10, all the way over in the area and can't use your campus to say he can't counter Gray. Then you're pressing him, you're behind, you're chanting battle for him. It's not bad. But Gray, who owns the district, who's the representative for the district, go to visit one of his district's polling places. That bad thing. But the men that come from all the way district 10 to come and destroy or to counter Gray, you're lucky. How you gotta think about these things? How you think about these kind of things? Okay, for example, if Gray went there and erupted violence, we condemn that. We will condemn that. Because nobody wants violence in this country. But you can say Gray went there, he want to go challenge the student. But you have Yeke coming to say you want to counter Gray because Gray go there. Then you hailing Yeke. You press sinking to Yeke. You sending pleasantries to Yeke. But you say Gray did the bad thing of his life for going to say you want to have lunch with a UL student. But Yeke came in a main district from the campus and start parading from Satan to Jonathan, from Jonathan to Nashville. Gray start parading and marching all in the street because he want Gray to react. You're behind. Yeke like man. And Gray saying hi. So you're asking Yeke to do more now. You're letting him now. But Gray do the sitting then Gray can smoke. Gray that smoker. Gray do the sitting that person. So the thing sometimes if people think about them, they feel like you are not doing your advocacy based on the right thing. You're doing your advocacy because you're doing your advocacy based on government opposition thing. Because if I say I'm an advocate, I should advocate, and my advocacy should not be on the right or on the left. My advocacy should be in the middle. So my advocacy can go right, it can go left, it can go back, it can go front. That's what my advocacy should be. So my advocacy can be because like Gray so is bad, like you get it not bad. These things just taking them to be common things, right? These are things that can raise. These are alarms. These are alarms that have been raising. We have to come to ourselves, Liberians, brothers and sisters. We need to come to ourselves. We need to have the country's interest first. Think about the future of our kids and our children, and not to be here and going back and forth. I don't see no reason why you say Gray man not going to your campus. Like Gray district. Gray can go there anytime you want to go there. The fact that they got a precinct, got a polling place, they got a registration place on that campus. Gray needs to go there. That is district. He had oversight responsibility with that district. If that place, the random place, not up to task, they will say what the representative doing. Now make a right to go there. Nobody is saying Gray is right, or if Gray erupt violence, then Gray is do it. Erupt violence. If Gray does wrong, we tell Gray say you do wrong. But to where the facts belong, that place it there. To where the facts belong, that place it there. Student are student. Politician are politician. If a student be student, you want to be politician, be politician. You can be sued and say the lot can count, they can but a lot of count there. The supervision of that campus is not on a soup. Who allows who on that campus? Not soup. Who determines who to go on your campus? Not soup. SOUP is a student-based or campus-based student unification package. Unification, they're not unifying people. They want violence all the time. But if that same violence try to reciprocate now, then the government's the government. Even though the fact is the government got our own shortcomings. The government have not been doing well for the Liberian people. That's facts. But you can't be doing things that you say the government doing and you're doing the same thing. So when people are lying and they see the government doing the same thing, where are we heading to as a country? Where are we going as a country? Do you know how many kids left Maryland County, not Maryland, or River G, Grand G there, Lofa? They come to town and attending UL, want to get their undergraduate degrees in 4-year period. But because of you, someone now will pay their way. Imagine someone living all the way Johnsonville, Broadway, pay their way to campus. We need to come and see SOUP carry on violence. We need to cancel disrupting classes. We need to cancel doing this. So these things sometimes, how would they encourage people to go to the state-run university? And not everybody get money to go private university. No. That's why I used to love the Catholic school. I don't know what is still maintaining that. Because the Catholic school will not allow the political things on their campuses. No. No Catholic school in this country will allow politicians or people who go say are from another political party. The Catholic school from grade level, from secondary school institution, the Catholic school will make you president for school based on your level of education or your grade score. Whether you can speak or not, once you score a grade, you will be president for the school. Because they want to encourage other people to take their lessons serious. They did not happen on most of the Catholic campuses. They don't happen there. It's because the people have the system in place. Right? You can go on Stella American Boy, you say you have Prosa, you have Sue, you have Sin, you have Lende, you will not see it. You can't cook more pattern and all these kind of things. Because the people believe these are things that can raise alarm and have chaos among students, making students to hate themselves for no reason. If I'm wrong, tell me. Because I attended a Catholic school when I was in Granchide. I attended Bishop Julie High School, Catholic school. You don't have people being president because they want to run campaign to say vote for me. Once you're in a 12th grade, your first pure grade. That's why this Catholic school, every people they can get their president. Because if you don't maintain your grade as a president, you'll be moved. You'll put another president there. I attended a Catholic school in Grand Gita, Bishop Julie High School. A school that has put on a remarkable challenge. One of the best schools in the Southeast that have come out brilliantly wise and WAEC. It is because they don't manipulate the students' head with politics. It is not like that in this country. It is not like that in this country. Not just in the country, but in all of private or public universities. You have people putting beret on their hair, wearing khaki clothes, calling themselves militants. Students, you say you're militant. Your mom, your papa paying school fee for you to go to school and learn for you. In your whole head, you say you're militant. You won't be chanting battle cries. You won't be raising slogans, anti-government slogans all the times. That's what you want. You like it. You don't care whether or not you will move to the top as an individual in your life. You don't care about that. All you care is to chant battle cries. Go to Raya Monopattern. Go Raya Stella Maris Polytechnic. Even go to St. Teresa or Covent. Go to Covent as a high school. You will not see political parties. They say they're running campaign for political party. So they can be president for the school. Get your party, you can register. No. Kudos to the Catholic institutions. That's a doctrine. That's how students should be taught. If you come from the school, you can join politics, you want to do political science in university, go do political science, be a politician. But the school is not a political place. A school ground is a place where students go to learn. You're wasting a whole lot of young professional and potential people time in that school. You're wasting their time. Young potential individuals in UL there. End of 2013, they stay there, they can graduate because of you. You say you're advocating. Now you just want to be in the fast. So people can just talk about you. At the end of the day, you're doing nothing for the students. If this is not being stopped, if this is not being put under control, we foresee a bigger problems at the University of Liberia, a bigger chaos. We don't pray for that. But if this is not being put under control, people will not take it. They can say, you can come, you step on my toes, you go. I might not say something. You can come and step on another person's toes and go free. That person might react. That's how we are different as individuals. We got different spec. We are different in the body, in the minds, in thinking, in reacting, in talking. That's why when I come on the radio, my voice will be different from Sekou voice. My voice will be different from Abraham Parker's voice and that of Harris's voice. Right? We're different from these voices because we are different creatures. We are different individuals. We think differently. We analyze differently. We talk differently. So we react differently. The thing you would take for lightly, another person can take it lightly. The thing you take it for granted, another person can take it for granted. The thing you would take a big issue, another person can take it a big issue. You know why? Because we are different individuals. We are different humans with different mindset. Things you're doing to these people, other people will not take it at times. Sometimes people cannot take it. We say anything and people feel like we just want to talk. We don't know what we want to do. We just can't sit and go want to talk. That's what people thinking like. But sit down and think about the thing. Think about your child that is in UL that has spent 5 years just for an undergraduate degree. Think about your child that have entered since 2020 and I read done with 3 semesters yet. Think about it. Again, before I go to the line, I will play the voices or the voice of Men for Soup, and I will play Honorable Grace's voice. The thing is, the university campus people, the president, Reverend, I know you are a reverend. You are a God-fearing man. You are a man of God, Reverend Saulo. This is about time you got to take some actions. The University of Liberia administration, I think, is dead. They are not doing well for the students on the campus. The campus university administration, they are not doing well for students on the campus. They are giving credence to these things. I think it's about time that the school ban students' politics. I think it's about time now that Dr. Reverend Julius Sabulo Nelson this is about time that you ban student politics. You can't have students going students are students. Let's be real now. Listen. Students are students. Politicians are politicians. Even if you are a politician and you go on campus, you are a student, you're not a politician again. You are a politician penny now should stay outside. When you're on campus, you're students. You are a student. Students are students. The administration of UL need to take a stand. They need to speak. They need to take a stand in this matter. This thing is getting out of hand. And we don't want the thing to go far before we start to have or to take actions. This is our country. We fought 14 years of civil war, unbroken years. Over 200,000 people lost their life. People saw their family members being mad-handled. People saw their family being killed in front of them. We don't want to go back to these days. Go out of this. Our perspective and thinking now should be how we can make this country great. Because if we don't do that, nobody could do it for us. Nobody can be stopped from going on the campuses of the University of Liberia. This thing is clear. That place is a public place. Why do you think people can go up Capitol Hill? The only thing is you go up Capitol Hill, you get entered by the office of free now. Because even it's a public space, but you don't enter the person's office without their consent. So if Gray have gone to the University of Liberia campus and they start entering class without permission of administration or any student body, then that being a gross violation to the students. But this man is the representative of that district. He has oversight responsibility. He makes laws for that district. The school is within his district. He has the right to go to the district and talk to people there. The fact that they got a voting police center to that place, there where people will go on the 20th comes, right? People will go there and register to that place. That the man want re-election. Why you think men can go there and talk to the people to you can't register? The men guy a follower that are in that district, that are in the school. Why you think can go to them and contact them and say, oh, y'all go register on the 20th of March to April, I think 5. Y'all go register to vote. This is something that the man can do because that's his district. So even if that man now is not even his district, every Liberian born in this country have the Liberian nationality. You have the right to go on the campus or the campuses of the University of Liberia without nobody stopping you. So people make it look like they control the university. They make it look like they are the custodian of the campus, that nobody can go to them without their consent. And that is wrong. SUP is just a political party. Not a political party. SUP is just a campus-based political party. You don't have the right to tell people who to go on a campus or who not to go on a campus. You don't have the right to tell people to go there. SUP is not GAC. SUP is not RAA. SUP is not LDCC to tell people that they corrupt not to go on the campus. No. The problem is if you have the issue, right? Engage it the right way. Petition people. Send communication to people. Say we pleading to the national legislature that they should maybe pass this bill, or they should amend any part of the law that say people should go, or they should pass the bill to say government officials shouldn't go on the campus of the University Library. Petition the legislature then, and let them have that bills passed. Because say when the person who is deemed corrupt should enter the premises or on the campuses of the University Library. Let it pass a law. Let it become a law. Let it become a decree. Then if the people defy the law and go there, you have a right. You have a point. In as much that there's no law that defy or that tells anybody not to go on University Library campus, I don't think there's an issue. But the problem for this country is that we turn no issue into issue. That's the problem, We turn no issue into issue. That's why people feel like people can do anything, anyhow, how they feel. They don't care. We can turn no issue into issue. Yeah, some things are not meant to be issues of such. Facts. Real. It's reality. This is fact. We can take things on another issue, we can make it an issue. Because we don't want debate now. We want put a debate. Some things are not debatable. There is no law revoking any government official from entering or going on the campuses of the University of Liberia or any state-run university. No law. Prove me right or prove me wrong. Prove me wrong if you can. Opposition people in government, they are students too. They can attend, they go to school. Who say they can't go to school? There are lots of government officials. They are in school. They are in UL. They are in Stella Maris. They in AMU. They can go to school too. So because the man are government official, so he can't go on campus or he can't go on campus. What's the big deal of going to say I'm going to have lunch with people and you want to make it an issue? I think people, Liberians, people are just you made the whole thing look big today as it is. Because that's not an issue. You should have waited and see what would have been Grace and his team action. And you act upon it. That's why we continue to say, the Newton Law of Motion says, to every reaction, or to every action, there is a direct and positive reaction. So you should have waited and see, since Grace is going to have lunch with people on the campus, you could have waited and know and get to know or see what sort of lunch we are going to have, and you're going to come after, and when we come after, you're going to have a point. The man now saying he's going to have lunch. How does that even a problem? How does that even a problem? I don't think this is a problem. The thing is, people act too knowledgeable to the extent that they are not knowledgeable. People act too they are too aware, they too know, they are like the Boljimi to the extent that they don't even know things that it say. To the extent that they don't know what it can say. So that's the problem. So Yeke come today, Yeke were on the campus by the time Gray left. Gray left the campus, they say Gray run away because Yeke coming. If Gray are going to sit down there now, and Gray own a group, and you get group me now, it turns a big clear again, you say, oh, that Gray, that government man, go that CDC man. Gray went there to say he had long with people, he went there and say he want to interact with people. So do you know in the Americas, right, in the United States, Americans discuss issues when they're having lunch or dinner or even breakfast. Whenever they're on the table having lunch or dinner, or breakfast, there where they discuss most important matter. It doesn't mean they just want to go eat. That because that's how some of you saw it today. You feel great, you're going to buy food, then people eat, they are golf. So he's saying going to have lunch. He's saying going to interact with his students or people that are in a cycle on the campus, right? You should have allowed Gray to have lunch. The law is saying going to have. Then when are going to happen? You see, you're not smart. Then what are going to happen? Allow Gray. Let Gray go on the campus. You're going to see what Gray are going to do. If Gray are going to cause chaos, if Gray are going to put a fire, you have big up point. If Gray are going to say or have law into our student, like he said, and you're going to disrupt, then you have a point. There where your point going to come from. But it is not like that. You just missed everything. Because everything in this country is politics. The fact is, that place is Gray's district. He represents that district. He has a right to go to that district anytime, anywhere, anyhow. What he want to go for, he can go there. That's his district. That's Gray's district. Nobody can stop Gray not to go there. The fact you can't stop people from going to University of Liberia campus. You sue your security. Sue the president for the university. Sue the dean of admission for the university. If the university people allow certain people to go on the campus, or the security allow certain people to go on the campus, it's not your business. If you feel the person that came on the campus is not needed on the campus, take the right thing, tell the person, we don't want to be seen them. But you can be doing violent thing. You did a thing to see first. Everybody knows civil are corrupt, man. Civil are king coin corruption. The whole US banned the man. They sanctioned the man. Right? You take the thing to the former the former first lady of this country, who is now the vice president of this country, Joe Howard Taylor. You insulted that woman when you have the Irish ambassador, when you have Laurent de la Housse, who's the European delegation to Liberia. You have a representative of the United States ambassador near Monrovia. You insulted the vice president. He called a woman Hopojo. You say all sorts of words to that woman that day. Call her with all sorts of names. How she's your killer. She's a prostitute. You say all the things. She didn't react to you. You did it to Aloysius Howard. You damaged his vehicle. You beat on him. This thing, and not everybody will take it. You cannot do this thing to everyone. Sometimes will come, some people will not take the thing and they will react, and their reaction might not be good to Liberians, to all of us. And we say the things. I know many of you might disagree with me, but that's a fact. And I like your opinions. You might say anything you want to say, but I'm telling you, this is what should be done. Sometimes we play the game. People won't be playing hanky-panky games. Like hanky-panky games is long time things, bro. Let's be real. You can't be doing any kind of things, bro. Like we gotta know, especially that we are moving forward to the election. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Student are student, politician are politician. Student can be politician. If you want to be politician, turn politician. SUP, the Student Unification Party, have done well for this country, yes. They've advocated for this country, for students in this country on the University of Liberia campus, granted, but they are going too far ahead. To the extent that they do things out of the way, disorderly. Gray were going today, y'all say Gray going capable to this route. Y'all insulted Gray. Oh, Gray is a smoker. Gray can take drugs. Y'all said a whole lot of profanities against him. He left the campus. Yeke kana, you're happy. Oh. And he say Gray say he may. And Gray say he may. Yeke coming, yeke na kan. And Gray say he may. So if Gray are going to stay now and yeke kana, then they too good now go into face fight. What becomes of the country? So when you get kind of your heel, you get a gume. When Gray go there, Gray na gume. You get go around parade all in Gray district. You're not talking about hey, Gray a gume. You get kind of cost the president, tell the speaker, cost the speaker, cost the vice president. You can't say nothing about hey. But once they come from the other people of the government, they don't want to say things. That's why I said the advocacies you guys do, it is bias. You do your advocacy on settlement because the men must say not close together. Eh? They may not for me. Or they may not in my district, they may not my friend. So I will say I'll advocate and campaign against your citizens. As an advocate, your role and responsibility is that you speak truth to power, regardless who is involved. Speak truth to power. Don't sit there and allow people to control you. With the action of recent, it made people believe that you've now been influenced by opposition leaders. Because so many young Liberians who've come all the way from different counties to come to Monrovia to go to school in the university, at the end of the day, you're disturb and disrupt the entire classes, no way to learn. In terms of, instead of spending 4 years to get undergraduate degree, you spend 10 years. And your friend who is in AMU, Zion, Stella Maris, and all the universities, UMU, they graduate before you. thinking when I will graduate. You will not graduate because you have this bunch of disgruntled people call themselves student advocates. They are very disgruntled because there are no people who are with like minds, resilient individuals will go to the extent of where those guys are heading to. Once you want to see the best, the change, they say change begin with yourself. You don't want to see change. If you don't change, how you expect change to become for other people? You have to be vigilant. You have to be like-minded. Our country, easily like I got to say, people know more in this country. People too know. Yeah. People are too knowledgeable to certain things. They act like they know all, right? If you even say this, they say no, that's not it. They feel like they are the reservoir of knowledge. At the end of the day, that thing what they go say is going to be against the country. Liberia, like I said, is our only common denominator. Liberia is for you. Liberia is for me. Liberia for all of us now. Right? Liberia for all of us. We can make it great. We can make Liberia great. If you not make Liberia great, who will make Liberia great? And nobody going to make Liberia great from besides you and myself. So if we continue to do these things and we are not taking into consideration that we have a country that needs to develop, and that country can only be developed if we all come together and realize that only us can make the country better. At the end of the day, the country will just be where it is all the time. Because it will not progress. There will not be no progress in our country. In terms of progressing, we will retrogress. Because we have people, if people doing bad, they say, yes, that's true. People doing bad things, they say that's true. Because how they believe. They always taking and believe that everything somebody do, that's true. We're not allowed. They're not allowed, that's true. And we can continue to live like this. We can continue to live like this. Because if we do it, at the end of the day, our country will not move forward. Election is coming. October 10, less than 8 months from now on. We have election on October 10. A very decisive one. Where Liberians will make that import. Liberians will decide who to become president. Whether they take George Weah from there, or they will maintain George Weah. Or they will take Akage, we get up the street, or even the get called about Liberian had a decision to make on October 10. That's the decision. And that decision, it is very important to all of us. Right? So if these things, the kind of thing we see them going on, and people, we see them going on, and people are healing people who are doing this kind of thing, it is very, very not called for. So let me play the supporters voice, and right after then I'll play a representative Akaros Moses Gray voice, and then we open the phone lines this evening. This is Issues of Today. My name is Gibson G. Thanks to all of you following us. Those of you listening via the radio, we say thank you so much. So let's get the voice, and when we come back afterwards, then we take your calls this evening. Let's take our supporters first. Then we'll go to Moses Akaragas.
This campaign is not for criminals. This campaign is for conscious university students. No, we are not going against the constitutional right, but this place is a place of conscious terrain. This place, Greg cannot enter this place because he has a criminal attitude in him.
Akaragas won't enter this campus.
Re-entrance. No way. Let him go to France and go have a lunch where you have a wedding. It's a no-go for criminals of the state.
What is if he forces a way to come through?
He cannot. We will not allow him. If he do so, we will resist him.
There must be a permit. You must meet with the student leaders. Well, we have a leadership here. Inform them that, oh yes, you are coming on the campus.
Listen, so you want to tell me that the grade 9 informs the University of Liberia when they have press conference and they say they had talks with grade?
You are Liberia. When you read it, you will got to understand that the president of the Republic of Liberia, who is George Manewia, he is a visitor of the State University. And before he arrived here, there should be consultation between the student leaders. Based upon that, when they agree, then he come here.
What harm will it create for you to allow grade to come on the campus today?
It will be very chaotic because now we are seeing guys who are purporting, pretending as if they are students, and wearing other product party t-shirts and what have you. And we are detecting them because today we should have been in our classes, right? But he create a havoc situation wherein today we are going the wrong page, and we are not going through our normal activities on the campus. So he won't be here reliable. It is a sign that Honorable Gray is trying to tarnish the reputation of the President of this Republic. Because at this crucial time, we are in the political arena, we are in the political season. You cannot create a havoc for the government. There's a slow havoc for the government. We are clear on that. We are very clear on that. Because if you come and then counter react on this campus, it means that the government, you'll be tarnishing the government reputation at the national level, at national level and also the international level. Our partners will be angry, and will be angry to the extent that they will decide not to even help us. It has the propensity of degenerating our country or turning our country into a chaos.
Yeah, no? There's so many. So let's get Representative Gray side, and right after then we open the phone lines he called this evening on issues of today.
I decided for the world to know that this is not just my district, but on the university campus there are polling centers where the people from Charleston Bagia they come to register, where the people from 3rd Street they come to register, the people from Warren Boston community, God bless you, they come to register here. The opposition have announced to the world that they are having voter education. It's no crime. I have over 100 students going to the University of Liberia every semester since 2012. I have been awarded a certificate by the University of Liberia Student Union for supporting even also scholarship. This is a public record. We came here, we have a lunch with our people. I heard that for some reason, they have closed everywhere. That's what I heard. But again, that could not stop my lunch. That could not stop my interaction. Under the Liberian Constitution as a lawmaker, every Liberian citizen has the right to move anywhere across the country without hindrance. On the basis of that reliance, as a certain lawmaker Republic of Liberia, I'm here today. I'm not here to prove anything to university students. They are not my target. Those are my sons, my daughters, my family members. They vote for me also. But let me repeat to the media, like I said, in District 8, let the world know, our international partner, human rights groups, the religious community, the women, political actors, officials of government and the students, the traditional leaders, as long as I'm a representative in District number 8, Monserrado County, there will never be a state within a state. Let me repeat, as long as I'm representative of District number 8, Monserrado County, there will be no state within a state. I want to call upon the university administration to effectively apply the handbooks of the university. This is a bastion of academia. This is a beacon of hope. People come here to make the difference in society. We will not tolerate. We will not condone any act of gangsterism. We will not do that. We have the laws on our side. Let me repeat. We have the laws on our side. We will not shy away. As a certain lawmaker of the Republic of Liberia, when I was inducted into office twice, we took a solemn oath to uphold, to protect, and to defend the Constitution and all the laws of the Republic of Liberia. No one, if they were shooting bullets here today, I would have come here. If they have bazookas here today, I would have been here. This is my alma mater. I graduated with distinction from Liberia College. I sponsor students here. I help are calling me not to come. I'm disappointed in some members of the Liberian society who will not fall on violence, but will protect those who institute violence. If this was Akara's way, today probably even our international partners will have been speaking. Never in the history of our country, members of the 4th estate, never must we revert to the path of violence. I'm even disappointed in some people in the 4th estate who will call me and tell me don't go there for the sake of peace. But you cannot call our sons and daughters not to trust too. It's a mockery and a disgrace to democracy and the peace and security of our country.
Amanda! Amanda!
I will not shy away from visiting the University of Liberia. I will be here again for voter registration. Akara's Joseph Talaka Tomeka General Gray will be here. No man, let me repeat, no man, no soul, no soul, no soul will break the laws of the Republic of Liberia and go scot-free. They said they were bringing Yeke here. I was excited that Yeke would come here today. I am still excited, and the reason is this. It means that the day you're having program in your district, the same spot I will be there that day. There will be maximum political reciprocity. Let me repeat. There will be maximum political reciprocity. The police has a responsibility to protect the territorial conference. University teachers are being attacked. They said it. Government officials are being attacked. Innocent students are being attacked. Classes are being disrupted because of 20 high-headed boys. Let me repeat. Classes are being disrupted because of 20 high-headed boys. I will provide a lunch. I will go under the Palawa. If the students allow me, I will speak to them. If the students don't allow me under the Palawa, I will leave.
Representative Moses Akaris Gray. You listen to the both excerpts, like as per what we said to you, right? We told you as per what we say. The thing is, if you say monkey pan black and the other man say monkey pan and black, y'all go do the test and know whether monkey pan black or not. This is this man district we said. And, you know, you can say the man can go there, you call the man corrupt, the man. You listen to what the SUP supporters students said earlier on, right? The man, oh, we can't allow no good man, somebody, oh, these things, I'm saying it. Let me open the phone lines, folks. Let me get your points. 077090790808809079007. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
Your name, where you calling from? Let's hear you.
This is DJ Lumer.
Okay, to the point. Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you, my brother. Look, this thing here, don't polish it any kind of way. Akaragwe is wrong. You see the wrong. Akaragwe got right to go anywhere at this place that you want to go in Liberia. But sometimes you listen to his people. You are ruling party. You got even the youth and sport minister called Akaragwe this morning in the OKFM. Even the former vice president for Nuka. Or Akara, yes, this is right. This is your right. But sometimes, where's your right? You're ruling party. You're not opposition. You can't be in a party as a ruling party member. Then you check passing people. And the police too, if our any opposition, they'll say they're going on our campus. They're going to black our campus. Look at the release on LU campus this today that disrupting classes that nobody should go there. After 12, they brought our release up. Why ever say Akara Grace say you were going over there? Why they couldn't stop the children say nobody go on campus and police please defeat the campus that nobody should come here? But you allow the people to go there. What happened to that? It happened today. Somebody was naked. The private part of us, they had to cover him with t-shirt. What kind of country is this? And thank God, thank God we got international people here. You know, people see all of what there today. Why are you a leader? You don't behave like a leader at currently. You call yourself general. What kind of general are you? They tell us shit to this government, man. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Your name, where you calling from?
Paul Cooper, I call from Cardwell.
Cooper, let's hear you. Go ahead.
So the trash you play for Cardwell, you see nothing wrong in it.
Why is trash?
The trash you are saying speaking, you heard.
Why is it trash? Why you got trash?
Because
in the
there's
first
no
place.
There's no logic in everything you are saying.
Okay,
there.
okay,
So,
make your point. Make your point.
you listen to the mentor, he said the student center that he was going to have a lunch. He said before coming here that it was closed. The University of Liberia even put a press statement that activity closed. Why must he still go there? People going all over. He went in with action of what happened to his friend from the finance ministry. And you said on the radio, you see nothing wrong with Akara's grave fighting people, young children, carrying nice men around to kill people, children.
What?
You said on the radio,
Listen, my friend. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Why you say somebody carry life? They make somebody went there to have lunch and interact with a student. He said, "No, I didn't see knife. Let me talk. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from? That be real. Go ahead.
My name is F. Giflan, and I do join from district number 4, Most Relevant County. I'm a member of the Student Unification Party and student of the University of Liberia.
Let's say if
we want to say categorically, we want to say this, that we will not allow any corrupt official of the administration or any administration to go at the university to speak on any issue. We are on a vanguard and we will stay, we will resist. What Honorable Scholar Gray will say today, we're in a vanguard to resist that Honorable Scholar Gray who seems to be to love the Liberian people, who took his wife from here, he can't help to France to go marry. If you say you love the Liberian people, you could use that resource that you in France to give it to the Liberian people. Other people who have gone to catering school and other school, they will eat that money.
Okay.
Honorable Scholar Gray, we are on a vanguard.
Oh God, I just lost the guy. There's another person. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Sorry, let's say your name.
Good evening. I'm calling from Upper Cardwell.
Let's say
New Redemption.
it's a pleasure. Let's say your name. Where you calling from? Let's say.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the previous two quarters. You know, they will always say this is Liberia, but with the youth, we are the problem. To speak to the fact, who is fit to say no, this kind of position go there?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Who is fit?
That one we thought the person we've seen already want backsliding people.
No, we are not biased. We are not biased. That's a fact. Number one is Akara Grey territory there. You get 4 rats. Should not get rats. If I say why he said it's true, the school should apply the handbooks. The university therefore allow these guys to go ahead. But why we the youth will let politicians pull up our nose? This soup is the problem. They continue to be problem. And I love the resistance in carry on today as Calgary. And we're applying for that. Anything nobody can go there. I know after I go there. That will see.
Thank you.
Thank
Good evening.
That's how you play. Don't be by your paper.
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Jeremiah calling from Caldwell Township.
Okay, Jerry, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you for the topic we are on discussion. You know, I'm Liberian getting things now, right? We tired with our speech for the TN. So let it go back to where it goes. If they did it before, that today I'm going to come out and discuss. So Liberian tired with our for the TN thing on. Now we are talking about change. Don't go out bringing change. If it's bringing change, I know people performing on the university campus to 70 people. And you know that the people depending on for future tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. This person. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation from Upper Caldwell.
Let's hear your email. Go ahead, make your point. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so, and I would like to address, firstly, Honorable Yakia Koluba, I'm going to the University of Liberia.
Okay.
And, look, I listened to some of the lazy boys saying that Honorable Gray and Federal Yakia Koluba. We went to that place, we were even there before 6 o'clock in the morning. We left there until Honorable Greg King. If Honorable Yaga Koluba he could tell us on that camera why he allowed us to leave before he came. Because he was witnessing everything. And Honorable Koluba, look, and you want to face us?
This is not about who want to face in anybody, right? It is about the right thing being done that Soup don't have right to tell people say who to go on any camp or who to not go there. That's the problem. And Gray, Representative Gray too needs to know that the Liberian people and we can do violence to take everything into violence. That's the problem. Let's talk to this person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you call it from?
Hello.
Good evening. Your name, where you call it from?
My name is Prince Gosen, Julie, member of the National Response and Director President. We are. And I do the from the Board of Niggas Town to Pisa, this is 16. No, let me first of all applaud the Grey. You know, there's a common saying that say iron sharpened iron. So, you know, these something that they are most disgruntled or they go now or we have to go. You see the way Representative Gray addressing today, we dare them. They go attack and
okay, lost him. This person from the side. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you, and let me say good evening to your listening and viewing public.
It's a pleasure. Let's hear your name. Where you calling us from?
Well, thank you. This is Michael Think Positive Bano. I'm joining you from Monrovia this evening.
It's a pleasure. Let's hear you quickly, my brother.
Well, thank you. In as much as I condemn any form of violence in this country, but then I'm highly disappointed in your presentation this evening as well. You have been labeling others as being biased, but you are more biased in your presentation tonight. Why am I saying this? Representative Gray planned his trip to or his visit to the U.S. campus because of what the previous things that happened. You made mention of Serena Seaforth, you made mention of the Vice President Joao Taylor, and even Aloysius. It was because of that backdrop that, these guys went there and they chased them out, they booed at them, so I will go there. Even though other statements came in to talk to Representative Gray, he could not, he could not put a request away of visiting the U.S. campus. But he instead, look at the manner and form in which Representative Gray went there. With guys, able-bodied men with him, they marched through the principal street of Monrovia from 2nd Street as far as U.S. campus. I mean, come on, you said that was peaceful, and you're saying nobody should prevent Representative Gray of going to U.S. campus.
Listen, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, and nobody could ever say that what Gray has done marching through the street is right or is wrong or is right? Listen, this is the thing, right?
I'm listening.
The Liberian Constitution gives everyone the right of assembly, isn't it so?
Yeah.
Okay. That is Article 13 of the Liberian Constitution, which gives everyone the right to assemble, whether you are opposition or in position. The reason is, what I'm saying is that it Representative Gray has the right. The supers should have allowed Gray to come on campus, whether he said he's going to have lunch with his supporters or students on the campus, and they should have seen his reaction first. Because the man said he's going to have a lunch. If you see him doing otherwise, right?
Fine. I hope you give me the time as well.
I think just wrap up very quickly. All the people on the line.
Okay, fine. To wrap up quickly, Representative Gray's intention of visiting the U.S. campus today was to have lunch, right? Now, before he could reach there, the student center where he was going to have a lunch was closed today, and he was aware before going there. So what was his intention?
I'll show that he was aware.
Come on, man. The thing was in the public. You are a media person.
I'm gonna be aware. Gray might not be aware. That's a difference. Honestly,
it was on social media. It was announced publicly.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. So, to close up on this, if Liberia is to move forward, then we all, as Liberians, will always need to think positive and put Liberia first above self-interest. Because together we all can make this country great. But we should stop this issue of being biased because it is in my interest. I should praise the person, and when the next person do it, then I say it is wrong. We should stop it. Honorable Gray action today was completely wrong. It was brutal. It was barbaric.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. I'm okay, but you're coming a little bit low. I'm not getting you. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello?
I'll take another person. Good evening.
Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Andy M. Siaka, and I'm from Foundation number 12.
Let's hear
Let me say thank you for the topic on the discussion. I just want to ask few of you guys that are criticizing about Gray.
Go to the point.
Serena Seaforth
and the rest of the other people were bullied on the university campus. Where were they? Have they spoken on the issues? Does the campus belong to a certain group of people? I think we should stop as a student. Parents pay their school fees to go to the university to earn a degree so they can be better in society, not to be a hooligan, not to incite violence, not to damage properties or inflict wounds on people. I think that's wrong as a student community. Let the guys go back and read about the apartheid regime that's happening in South Africa. This is not an apartheid regime. This is not a white against black. This is completely black and black. Why should we continue living like this at the Rural University campus? I think it is wrong on the part of Supace.
Thank you.
I think great was right going on campus. It is every citizen right according to our constitution. It's your right of movement. It's your right of assembling. So anybody have free will to move to where they want to move. I think the guys need to stop. And then I also want to blame, before I drop the line, I also want to blame the U.S. administration, the U.S. administration. They are not doing anything. I recall having with that this thing you were expelled from the university. That the faculty or the university administration take serious action against the guys. It is wrong. Too much of violence keep inciting in this country. I don't think that's a fair way. Thank you, and let God bless us all.
Thank you. Good evening, Johnny. Where you calling from? Welcome to Issues of Today. Let's hear you, Johnny. Where you calling from?
Hello.
Johnny, where you calling from?
Thank you, Jason. My name is Shafti Junior. I'm joining from Average RS Market.
Let's hear you, my brother.
No, thank you. Thank you for the show. Anyway, I appreciate it. But I mean,
Listen, brother. You have to go away because your background is kind of noisy. Please, I have to take another person because I'm not going to get to you. Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
You know where you calling from?
Okay, this is Samson Capel calling for Central People.
Okay, let's hear you, Mr. Carper. Go ahead, make a point.
You see, the genesis of this problem is from the progressives. The Sioux Party was instituted by the progressives to take away the leadership of the old Free Party. Now, that idea is continuing. Look at Sioux calling Accra Gray to corrupt individual, knowing that no one is corrupt until he's being found guilty by a competent court of justice. So they won't let it at the University of Liberia somebody corrupt. I mean, are they learning? What are we actually say were instituted by the progressive on the campuses of the University of Liberia? And now we're going on now. So until something is put to a level to know what they're doing, because I think Grace said that he will not allow a state to be in a state.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you remember, brothers, they think themselves to be a state within a state. Is this how we run Liberia? Students are going to learn book. They go learn to better the society. Then they choke the rap of somebody, knowing that they are losing, celebrate, they are lighting the darkness. Why should they crowd the University of Liberia with darkness? All these are blame the progressives. That instituted that reactionary tendency on the campuses of the University of Liberia. I think that our government of this day should find a new direction for student politics in this country. Because how will you see a sitting by president? Go on the campus of the University of Liberia.
Thank you.
You stood there.
Thank you, member. Thank you very much. This person, good evening. Okay. Thanks, the person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
Okay, I'm Richard A. Morgan calling from Brownsville City.
Let's say you, Richard, make a point.
You know, there are some of our Liberian brothers, they don't analyze issues. They just talk because they want to be heard. Representative Gray, I applaud him, and I want to call him general. Look, if people leave from St. Louis Village, Baka Village, they come at the university there, they don't have nothing to do. They shouldn't create chaos. You know the particular group they call SOUP. You know what kind of disgrace they brought internationally when the vice president of this country, that little one abused.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't stop that. You know why people sitting in that closet that they can't breathe? They see the food, they can't talk it. You think somebody will challenge? Okay, tomorrow if I ready to go there, somebody will stand in front of me and say, I'm not enter there.
You who? The representative, the university by your people. That somebody grandpa get that place.
Thank you.
They know how that place was found.
Thank you. We don't want to go farther than that. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Your name, where you calling from?
I'm Maxine. I call you from Providence.
Like share your mark and make a point. Okay. This person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
Thank you so much this evening. My name is Shecha Care, and I'm phoning you from my Pablo headquarters in Southwestern Canossville, District 11.
Okay, Secretary, let's hear you go out and make a point.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show this evening. Let me firstly contain the action of Representative Gray on the campuses of the University of Liberia today. I think his action to go and have lunch on that campus was a provocation to the young people who believe in democratization and give that university and make that place a sensitive ground for no go soon for criminals, people who are looting the resources of our country. So let's look at what's happening. Representative Gray going on that campus, did he say he was going for lunch? Did he have lunch today? No. He deprived business people, poor people who are selling their business to survive every day. He deprived them today.
The launch was not to just go and eat rice or to drink liquor. It was to interact, and the representative, I think, interacted with students on the campus. So I don't.
Listen, you say you were going for lunch at 12 o'clock, and you also promised us that you were going to carry on photo registration, credit taxation. Did he conduct that also?
Yeah,
he said you was going at the student center to talk to 100 students that invited him. The 100 students that are there to talk to him. So all these things were just to go and cause chaos.
Okay.
Look at what happened today.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are getting report that somebody was killed.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Oliver Wazra. I do join you from Gibraltar Community this.
Okay, make a point, Oliver. Let's hear you quickly.
All right, let me say thank you for the program. But firstly, I'm an associate member with I'm associated with SOUP, but I think I started SOUP public speaking for a period of for 3 months.
Okay.
But for the attitude, there are different things we always try to address back from it because we have people that our parents send us to go in the land to be their future tomorrow. But the way they are behaving, very arrogant on the campus. We were there when they went near Serenity Force. Even last Wednesday or Thursday, we were at the poultry when they chased I'm not sure how. And so all over there saying, oh, this thing is not good. That university will be, people that they are gangster or they are, so most on the campus that they will be stopping, permanent people. In the minute when they have the office at the campus, then why should go behind the kind of man? So I think it's wrong.
Okay.
It's very wrong that we all have to condemn it. It should not be happening.
Thank you
for your show.
Thank you. So this is something we have to make clear here. I know many people would like to say, wow, great like David. Listen, let me read something from you, right? Article 13 of the Liberian Constitution. Let me read what it says and you will get to know right here. I want to read what Article 13 of the Liberian Constitution says. It says rights to freedom of movement. Article 13A is that every person lawfully within the republic shall have the right to move freely throughout Liberia, to reside in any part thereof, and to live therefrom, subject, however, to the safeguarding of public security, public order, public health, or moral, or the rights and freedom of others, right? So this is the right these men have. You can say they men corrupt. What yardstick did you use to say Gray is corrupt? Nobody is like maybe there, and going beyond Gray to say Gray is a saint. No, Gray has bad deeds. Gray might be corrupt. We don't know. I can say Gray is corrupt because I'm not somebody who's working with the Internal Agency Commission or GSC or maybe LACC. I can determine so it tells you that like this is it. It says the law says that those accused are innocent until proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. Right? So if the court says Gray is corrupt, or the integrity institution says Gray is a corrupt man, I don't think I have power to say Gray is not corrupt. So as far as Gray is still not being guilty of corruption, as far as we're concerned is Gray is not corrupt. So you can say we have corrupt individual will not go and count on the campus in the University of Liberia. The worst of them is that to have allowed other officials of government allow another official of government, an opposition lawmaker who is also lawmaker, receiving the same benefit as Representative Gray to control them. You allow Deke to go on the campus to control your starting battle cry. Then you say Gray not supposed to go there. It tells you that SUP is conflicted. Because like we told you, SUP has been one of the best advocacy group, a very precious group. We cannot underestimate what they have done over the years or over the past time. SUP have advocated for Liberian, for students on the campuses of the University of Liberia. We support them. We thank them for what they've done, but they are no longer now independent. Mustafa Kane and Jussi Kamara, those guys, they've been controlled by politicians to go against a certain group of people. And when we say A, people say we want to take side. Who care less about what people will say? We're saying the facts. These are the facts, right? So now, Yeke is a lawmaker just as Gray. The two receive huge benefits to what. So what yesterday they used to sue news to zero and conclude that Gray is corrupt. When you say when Yeke go on campus, you didn't cause not behind him. Other opposition lawmaker people going to campus, you didn't cause not. So what yesterday did you need to know that people or government officials or who are in position lawmakers, they are corrupt and opposition people are not corrupt? What yardstick are you seeing to do the investigation or the conclusion? And Yeke is not free. Do you think Yeke is free from corruption as well? Huh? It tells you that the group of people sitting somewhere are pushing the students. You are pushing the students. Let's tell the student the fact. Students are students. This is facts. This is not something to cap about. Students are students. Let student be student and let lawmaker be lawmaker. Student cannot tell people, say, don't count on the campus. Like what one of the callers said. People need to know that there are handbooks at the school. The school needs to take into full effect of that handbook. Right? And that's what I'm saying. Let me talk to this call. And people would like to say, we'll do that. Good evening.
Jason, how are you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Where you calling from?
Thank you. I'm Lawrence Spencer, and I have a conversation from Congo Town.
Spencer, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, my man. Thank you for the level of PR for Gray and the government.
This is not PR. This is saying the fact. This is not PR. I don't know why they think. Listen to me, Spencer.
Spencer, give me a chance now. Let me make my 1 minute point.
But listen, listen, Spencer. Yeah. Nobody is doing PR for Gray. We are just saying, in accordance with the law, that people have the right of assembly. They should assemble, and nobody should talk to them. Why you got PR job?
But Jesse, you spoke at those other guys on school. They are not Liberian. They don't have right under the Constitution. They also do have their right. But you spoke at those Gray and the citizens have right in this country. So
they have. Listen, Spencer. Lawrence. Listen, I will give you the time, right? So you telling me they have the right to push people out of the campus to say put down a gun in campus? Is that their right?
It's not their right.
Then what they should do that?
But what we say here is, for some of us, we found the actions of suit. But you never muster the courage to condemn what Mr. Aka's did today. Some of his very citizen brothers calling. You only hear said to say violent,
I make a 4-1 roof. Following the ring, somebody wanted a coin to there. We were flower great day, blah blah blah. You think that play we're going to take a yacht today, spread water to the downtown. You listen to your Hawkeye radio to that talking you a floor great. But man, there are been tougher people in this country than great. Where you call great? We have Tito here, we have Doe here, we have Bema Yedin in that time. People were still speaking, people still stood up. That one great. But the thing we should be praying for, that, that drive your line is we shouldn't go back to the dark days. Because they think great and doing. You see the men, they don't get married and lose the men went Paris.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. Hello.
The great one violence, the next thing great will be on the plane, great will be great out of Paris or the Bahamas or lay.
Thank you, Lawrence.
You man great and you fuck it next time up to you. We all will be here.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. Good evening. Okay. The thing is, we say these things, right? You say great and get right to go on a poor camper. We'll give you reliance. We'll give you Article 13. We'll give you Article 20. Right? People are free movement. People have free assembly. Despite Great being a representative and him being a stalwart of the reigning government, the reigning establishment, he also a Liberian. That law refers and gave him that power to movement, that power of assembly. He did that, right? And also sometimes you say the thing that so if you tell me now, Lawrence, I know you are kind of making a point. Nobody's doing PR job here. Nobody is being paid to do PR job. I would never do PR job for anybody. But let's speak the truth to power. Let's speak the truth. Let's speak facts. These are our brothers. They are students. Let's tell them their wrongdoings. We can't be criticizing government officials and politicians all the time, and like the students that want breaking the kind of things. And to politicians are always supporting these guys. Give them pen. Don't give them arm. Don't incite violence into their arm or to their minds. Give them the pen. Let them prove themselves that they are students, that they are not politicians. These things we have to know. You know, something else. Some of you gave a constitutional reliance that gave the students the right to decide who goes on the campus. Even in a handbook that the students going back on the campus, there is no part of the handbook that tells you say student would also will tell people say don't count the campus once you become an official. You know, and these things we're saying it. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Force of the Bill.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Mohammed M. Connection to let us speak to you from 2016, especially Malaysia Community Development Medical School.
Let's hear you, MK.
I'm going to call to make my little feed for your platform.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know, would condemn whatever wrong or things that occurred at the statement in the University of Liberia. But you know, my brother, we should be very much bold, fair enough. I think the Honorable Great, even this morning, on OKFM this morning, okay, even I think Honorable Province Jackson, I think tried to make a call to him, or even make a phone call on the platform, try to even question him about him not going over because the way in which you were even speaking this morning on the platform, that even going over there, it will even cause some curiosity today. And technically, I think that's what the person was even trying to tell him, because he was to even postpone his going over there at least to a different suitable date. Okay? Let's be very honest, because if you know, most of even the cars then are even or far beyond Honorable Great today, I want to say on the platform, you know, they were so cool. Okay, you even pay people to even care in order to even go and cause trouble over there.
How do you prove that they were Zocos? Or because you saw them?
You know, the very thing that's sitting in the field tonight. You know, Honorable Great even pay people to even go to carry them to carry.
No, I don't know.
The groups behind today.
I don't know.
If you even contact some of the journalist police, they will give you the information. Okay. So the card in use thousands of dollars today to even pay this local and to go at the ceremony for them today to go and coach war. You see it? And you know, if he alone coming to go that there was nothing when I come to well paying or Zocos, then paying putting it behind him to even go and even and go and coach war that day. And even other people that were injured today. And for starting from today, we got to even call all the Liberian National Police because Honorable Gray, people that even help people that are even wanted today, Honorable Gray should be fully responsible for what I've been ordered today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Your name, where you call it from?
This is Nathaniel Wilson. I'm calling from Carla.
Okay, Nat, welcome to the program. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. When I was started going to the campus today, for me, on the campus today, in error to different. All your friends call him that he postponed everything, but stay. He went there. He was a student. I think he led the student. He went to Paris to get married. You know what I'm saying? Well, he led. How will you see that? You will be telling people 11 went Paris to get married. Never had a question how wrong with them. That want to go along with them.
Is that the issue on hand?
No, but yeah, he's what asking now. He left them want to get married in Paris. That's what they want to have along with them. That's my question.
Okay, but anybody can determine when they want to have lunch with anybody.
Okay. We never went because the being that I'm not sure this one is why he went there for it. He never wanted to see you. He went there to have along with them. He never went there with Paris.
Thank you.
You see the people behind. So cancel behind.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah.
Your name, where you call it from?
Yeah, good evening, Kelsey, and good evening to the main listener. My name is Robert, political scholar, but my two children, Kelsey, the political dealing of Thomas, a lot of countries.
Let's say
let me condemn the orthodox attitude of some powerful reactionaries for Yaga Koruba that started the student of the University of Liberia to continuously respect this stakeholder. Honorable Moses Asagwe actually was not in any wrong. As a matter of fact, that Geneva District number 8, Moses Asagwe is the lawmaker, the system lawmaker. He controls that district. He was not in a wrong to say he's going to a university campus to go have loans to his students. And those guys that went along with him, they are all students of different university and are members of the district. So he went there, he is showing that he has loans with his students. I said, we're not here wrong. This is about time we just agree with those guys that on the university campus. The student, the actual student advocacy on that campus was to ensure that students, there was student politics about the well-being of the students. You cannot challenge government officials, great as a former student leader of that university student. A great is the general executive. So you cannot stop, you cannot make other government officials a fair, and we look at Lazaro. You a young man who attended the university, who graduated from the university, who left the university, you standing away from the campus. These are orthodox attitude who will condemn the cast and I above the law. They are above the law. They are not what you think like what look at you get for about a clearly show the opposition community are supporting the guys, the students, to put in the class into medicine, to put it into against the reason. If the opposition want to face in Georgia, then it's facing Georgia to the arguments, to the battle, but the student has the student grouping. You can dig in the left, but the other students. Look at what happened today. The guy called out was seen by reading with a student, with a student medical or in the street.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Gray was not in any wrong. Honorable Gray is the lawmaker of station number 8 and he has right to go anywhere in station number 8 and find a child.
Thank you.
He has not limited.
Thank you. Thank you. We have to give people a chance. Good evening. Hello.
Go get patient.
Good evening.
Hello, brother.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Broad Street. I'm Ayuba S. Kenneth.
Let's say Ayuba Kawai. Make a point.
My brother, yeah, there's station here. I think that international station. I rebel into the station. Well, I'm going to CDC station now.
What's this? Make a point. What's the CDC station? So when we're speaking to the power at CDC station here?
No, that's we have to get our view. If it was so, there's a CDC do. We'll talk about other people will cut it off. But it's in our CDC station. It's international. The whole
make a point. Hello, do you call to make a point or you call to tell us in the CDC station? Make a point. Hello, listen. Make a point and you get off the line.
Thank you. But let me tell you this. Akala Gray, what I know, he did a thing in this country. They want Akala Gray years ago. We know what's in this country. I get a he only content. Then you know that he government here. Then government is a government. In our position, why you what they say our point today? Honorable Gray, you who? You say come on representatives. Let you stop this. Let you say involved in our country. If you want to let you go Paris. And it's better for you to go and get money. Let you go Paris. We again, let you say involved in our country, my brother. They go for him, a loom. If everyone of us will get rid on this country, we do more than he said. Let me be honorable today. We don't get a piece of job. First, we move for that very soon. Let you say involved in our country, man. Let you stop.
Thank you.
Let you losing moral every day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, my brother.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
You know where you call it from?
Monday TV calls Kese. I call from station number 1.
Okay, let's say your email.
Yeah.
Okay, email that make a point.
See, my brother, what I want to say to the so-called university soup, if they don't want to become students to learn and build this country, then they tell the politicians to buy them more arms. Then the government will buy more arms, we start fighting. Instead of them going to the campus, start doing things and not call for the law. I think it will be better. Then they don't want to learn, people got money, government got money, the buy arms will fight. That's all. Don't need to start doing
No, we don't need the thing is peace is an option. We don't need the fight. So that's why we will tell people Gray and Yeke Koruba had nothing to lose. That's what they're failing to know.
Yeah.
You know, the people failing to know is that Representative Gray and Representative Yeke had nothing to lose. Those who are at the center stage are the students. They are the one we should talk. Gray and Yeke get nothing to lose. Gray spent 12 years in office as representative. Yeke spending 6 years as representative. They people got nothing to lose. The people making money every time. It's the students that we should talk about. And what we're talking about the students. And post can't say we PRing for people, yeah? We're saying the facts. You student, you want to be opposition or politician, you cut outside this fence. It shouldn't be at the grounds of the campus or of the University of Liberia. The campus is for learning activities. If you're going to do your political activities with Gray and other people, you can also do it. What the big dues of somebody, the thing is, I don't care how people see it, right? We will say the fact. There is not even a big deal of somebody saying you want to go there. Give you a chance. Go, embracing and see what you want to say. That's the problem. That's our point. Lying what you're going to say. If you're going to say contrary things, all things are not even in aligning with what you expect, you take another reaction and reactions. That's how people work. But I'm going to mess you up when he said, no, you're not so kind. The thing is, you heard it. Some of you heard it. Y'all heard it. The men say they don't want corrupt people to go on. What yardstick do you use to say great corrupt? Nobody is a saint. The government is not doing much for the people. Yes, the facts. But yes, the person corrupt. They say an individual is innocent until he or she proves otherwise is being found guilty through what the court of competent jurisdiction. What court of jurisdiction have found Gray guilty as is corrupt? So we just say that every time people just go there. So your that's the reason I say this. We say this in profile. We're doing PR job. Nobody is doing PR job for anybody. We be on the radio. We like bash at the government if it does wrong. But you can't be seeing soup all the time. People go around campus and you insulting them, you saying words towards them, and you expect everybody to take the thing at the same time? No. We have to tell them that student politics is on the campus. If you feel the person is corrupt, call on the government agency like all these people that they order them. If they meant for call them to the court. If they meant found guilty, they ain't get prosecuted. That's it. Prosecuted may have been found guilty. You don't need to tell the man say move the camp. That place is a free place, and the man is living in accordance with the article of Article 13 of the Republic of Liberia. Good evening.
Hello.
Your name where you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear your name where you calling from.
How are you this evening?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Your name where you calling from?
I'm Justin calling from Straight Bombing County.
Justin, let's hear you, my brother.
And I will thank you for your topic on the discussion this evening.
Yeah, as only I want to know, it is the first time for university students to react on government officials.
This
That's
is
my question. Yeah, I
this
really
is this
want
is
to
not the
know.
first time. This is they are happening over long. I can't recount the time you are happy. You not do it plenty time.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the show.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
My good friend.
Your name, where you calling from, my brother?
This is Emmanuel Smith.
Okay, email. Let's hear you.
Yeah, and I'm phoning from District 6 this evening.
District 6.
I call purposely to commend the Student Unification Party, for being very steadfast in helping to liberate Liberia from the hands of people who have no good intention for this country. And like the brother who left the land just asked you, and I think like other people are saying to you that your exceptions or analysis are one-sided, I tend to somehow agree with them. Because the brother who left the land just asked you a question. And in that, I'd expect you, as somebody who claims to be objective, to give the historicity of SUP's advocacy. Whether it is this government alone that SUP have been protesting against. You need to first
no, but the message is this
because I heard you mentioning the name opposition. So if you want to say opposition, then I mean Accra was great and back in the days when the United Party government was in power, that means Accra was great and all who were supporting SUP at the time, and even the deputy minister today, Avi Wisher, that is in this government, at the time he also was in SUP.
And you were expelled. They suspended him.
So we expected no Akami.
Mm-hmm.
So we expected you now that sitting that giving the education to the people who may not be aware of those information to tell the people that the other wishes today were involved in showing soon a government officials. You needed to say that. When you say those things and you make those analysis and you tell people the historicity of advocacy, then people will tend to wonder whether you are biased or not. But you refuse to say it. But you sit there and you want to say Accra Gray is a free man. Who say Accra Gray is not free? Accra Gray is free. But mind you now, yesterday when Mr. Cummins and Yeke Kolba was in Grand Jide, the three seditious said that the Yeke Kolba
and we condemn that as well.
I don't know whether you are on record for condemning it.
Okay, I'm telling you that
seditions in Montserrat County at the time, they called and they said yes, it was true. I mean, it was good because according to them, the Kolba is in the habit of insulting the president. So you see, when you guys come up with those kind of analysis, I mean, sometimes you need to stop doing this because Liberia is very small. Tomorrow there will be Liberia. What George we are remaining power for 1 million years. At the end of the day, one day you will turn power over. You need to stop doing these things.
Thank you.
And again, before I leave the land, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it puzzles me when I see a scary man like Akara's great pretending I hate to say his name in a town. I don't know why this man read his story. Look, there were people, or there are people in Liberia that are more powerful than you. Don't think because they're not speaking and you think you're man. When push kind of shot Accra Gray, you will run away from the country. The thing you're doing, you're not man more than people in the town. There are people we know that are monitoring situation. They are not speaking. The thing you're doing, the thing you're looking for, you need to stop. The thing you're looking for, we are men as well. Some of you don't know people in the town. Men in the town, you stop what you're doing.
Thank you.
Just stop what you're doing.
Thank
you.
You
pretending, let's say you man, you passing around, you calling you said general, you better respect yourself and stop what you're doing.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, Jesse.
Good evening. Your name, where you calling from?
How are you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Your name, where you calling from?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the show. You got me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Go ahead. You are very bad. You gotta call back, please. You gotta call back. You're very bad. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm praying Wagner, orders from Global.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, in this country, when something happens, let us be there to say the truth. The truth is nothing but a school. If we continue to allow things to go on, it will escalate. It will go to the point that it can no longer be under control. That particular campus, University of Liberia, it belongs to the students of the University of Liberia, which is Liberians themselves.
So
it doesn't belong to government officials to go there to take that place to be like a cafeteria.
So the main guy right to go.
That place is not a place for like cafeteria.
Okay.
When they want to eat their food, they say the best is nobody. Why can't you go there and you can do their own example of the state money in the country? They got you. Why can't you go there to eat? They got Stella Marie. Why can't you go there to eat? But who they use them? Why? Because he wants to react. He wants to move them back from the case that something that talking have anything to do with it. That's why he wants to start taking. Things that they have to do, it doesn't happen to him. Why can't the people that there? Why can't they go to pay back? For him must go to pay back.
Okay.
This is a caveat, not just be a caveat to him. If he can't make a step again, I'm a student of UL, and I'm part of America. This is a caveat. If we can make a step again, we are prepared. We are ready.
This is not.
That's my idea.
Okay. This is not something about Harvard. This is about peace building. And the reason we're saying these things, people feel like we're taking side or whatever. Good evening, Jenny. Where you calling from, sir?
And people say once I join the conversation from my Japan freeway, resident on the Sumara Drive.
Let's say you, my brother, make a point.
Thank you very much for your topic. You see, in Liberia, people will not condemn the art of sue. Someone in sue that they don't know the purpose for which they go on a campus. You go there for academic. When the school administration not teaching you well, you talk, people will listen to you. When you go there, you don't have good facility. When they come on the line of Bible says you swear, people will back you up. But you see people passing the speech and you say the president work with somebody who can run, you start going the president, story the president. Is that why your parents pay your school fee to go there? You have made it women there, but they always been influenced by opposition. We should not let that in our country.
Thank you.
And for most I cannot drink. You see, they have a parable. You can be in school, in class, and then you choose school. Then they go in leadership. Opposition is trying all means to make the spoil our regime image to the international community. That's soon they're using. That can't be careful with how you can't react. Thank you for giving me opportunity after the words again. People challenging once here.
Thank you, G-Play. Good evening.
Yes, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Jenny. Where you calling from?
Finally, I'm through. I'm Sean Bigger Jr. and I'm joining from Paravis Junction.
Okay, let's see, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. The issue let me appreciate student education party for the action they took today. They got leader and they got follower. This is what I have to say. In as much you have put on a lot of detail for grade, it is true that the UL is within great district. But somebody, maybe Mr. Gibson, you have house, you have tenant, you are a landlord. But once you finish furnish, you study your house, you finish it fine, you go to the tenant. They rent you from you and not give you the authority to just go and mark in a house. Before you can even enter that house over there, when you go for your money, you will sit down in front of the house. The person they come in first. And the person over there, so that you are a great history. The person great should have gone to consult with you and faculty to go over there. But great, great city, in retaliation, they may just do that to want to go to say, since the people that killed you were out, they killed civil people out, they killed the packet out, then they will not do it, they be a lot of salute, although a lot of hours. They will not happy to be developed as this, so I will show that I have to come and say. It can't happen like that. Mature leader, it not get the first person happy. So even if there's a there are people that two different play as no goes through. You have some
And that what we're telling you that is not called for. You can't tell even when an opposition or government official or whosoever should have no right to tell people not to go on the campus. That's what we're telling you.
So okay. You see, I listen to you saying that they're supposed to suspend the student party at a year, right?
Go ahead, my brother.
You cannot break anything that you not make. You get me? So two was made long ago. Two was made. They're not just this government that makes two. Two was made long time ago. So because of it, the CDC government will never break. CDC government will never break that dragon over there. Get me?
Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, that's projection. What is supposed to be? The state of suspend student. Student politics. As a leader, it is not called for. So that's the over the point doing it.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you, my brother? Good. Yeah, I'm getting you. And where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Council AF Kamara calling you for district number 10 to be precise, my resident transformer community district evening.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your topic on the discussion this evening. Let me strictly want to be and proceed to the issue of the topic. You see, the parent Askar Moses Street today we are talking about in question. Some of all were here and we stay here, we very small when Askar Moses Grader, I was here maybe at the time when Askar Moses Grader was in UL. This man demonstrated, he misbehaved, they did all other things. So because today they are opportune by mistake. We enjoy our state power. We are misusing our state power to all kinds of things. That today people or students will not have the authority to go against government officials or to do things out of the way.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think I lost the color. Maybe you can call back and make your point. Yeah. Okay, this person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from, sir?
My name is Benedict Cole.
Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. I've been following your show, listening to the cross views of citizens of our country. Well, firstly, we all condemn, in the strongest term, what both parties did today. I heard you as a journalist quoting the article that says no one can be prevented from going anywhere in Liberia. Granted. But again, as a responsible man in a home, when your child misbehaves, I think there are other steps you can take to solve the problems than creating violence. Because Honorable Gray, if I may call him, but I would say by his action today, I don't want to call him honorable. I'll call him Akara Gray.
He's an honorable anyways.
No, but I will not call him honorable because his attitude does not represent him as an honorable.
Okay.
No, he was over angry. He overreacted. And everyone say it. We will not say it correct. That's our opinion. But we want to believe several things that he did. As somebody said to you, you yourself said it, that he marched from all the way to the street in the principal streets to go to the U.S. campus. Man who is going as an honorable mayor, as he stated, he's going to have lunch with his people, blah, blah, blah. He got students this and that, all kinds of things. Good. But the way and manner in which he went there, that categorically tells us that he went there with some other motive. So that is just naive. We don't expect that. The students over there in the U.S., whether they are men and women, but they are considered as students, and they are diversified. So their actions will always be different. And as a student political group, as you said from the onset, they will always be in the kind of attitude. But by and large, Honorable Gray, as he said, this is his district, and he is the chief constituent of that district. I think he would have taken another approach to arrest that situation. But from the onset, we follow him. He said he will be there, blah blah blah, and he stood his ground and he went there. So automatically he went there in retaliation. So I think this is another way for our country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Your name, where you called it from?
What's up, Jason?
I'm okay.
What's up, brother Jason?
I'm okay. Your name, where you called it from?
Fine. How the family, my man? How the station?
We're doing great. Thank God for life.
Thank you, my man. My man, first of all, let me say thank you to you and the management, particularly the CEO, for always maintaining the democracy of the information you got disseminating. Yeah, let me say thank you to you. But first of all, I'm Poker Robert, and I'm very serious, humble, and preferred gratified to be on one of the biggest respectful platform at about this hour.
Okay, let's share.
I'm Poker Robert, and definitely I've been listening to you, and the topic is very fascinating, and it was discussing. Yeah, it was discussion. But let me say this: let's be very emphatically here about the right and conscience of every Liberian. Let's be very clear about the conscience and the right. You know very well, and you yourself, you are very, very cognizant of the law that governs every citizen of this world. And that law has to be protected. For God's sake, and even the opposition, they don't see nothing good that person we are doing. Should you use the innocent student community to injure them? But making them to go contrary from their constitution that they are telling every day that representing them. Article 30 state aid. Every citizen, even you that in the studio there, no matter you don't even get no degree. That was not work of degree business or penalty. You are entitled to go anywhere. You are guarded, you are protected under the arms of the Liberian 1986 Constitution. That I was turned from soup. No matter can behave itself manner, but I'm gonna respect them. Who have from well educated archaeological brother that understand the tendency, the unruliness of what the state. But soon allow a opposition to danger them or even tolerate them that they will go contrary from the conscience. Through advocated for school fee yesterday on the 1 4 hour Joseph Walker. So advocating, I'm gonna respect them. They advocated for the payment of tuition, for the reduction of tuition. I'm gonna get that flower they deserve it.
Okay.
Today, on a person we are that particular appeal have been materialized. What is you want to come and do? Okay? What is you want to come and do? If you don't let me to agree, you don't let person we are. Wait for authority. If you say you get power, your power is your hour capital. I'm putting capital letter. Let me capitalize it. Your power is your hour RGHT, your rap. And what is your rap?
Okay.
Come 2023 to pull out 1% vote.
Thank you.
Right there.
Thank you, Poker.
But let me conclude.
Just do it quickly.
You see, let me conclude, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me conclude. You see the issue of the vice president? Brother, guess you got a model. If you not elect the vice president, must you pour cash on the way to work on a woman? For God's sake, brother, guess it? Then you see the faculty, all of the faculty stay right there. All of the action happy. They didn't take no steps. They didn't call any student to investigation.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. If opposition and fellow president, we are on unprecedented progress. Let it wait for 2023, and then they exercise the constitutional and the fundamental right.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name
is calling for the second time.
No, can't cover. Can't cover the second time. Up will call. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. This is the Pastor Kamal for the second time. I went out of credit.
Just quickly, you are the last caller. Let's hear you.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity afforded me to talk to you this evening.
Make a point.
And to listen on the program Liberia. You see, this opposition, we are very, very rational in our thinking. We are very, very humble in taking the issue to the constitutional level. But this day, everything that happened is a cost for the government. This government has irritated Liberian people to the extent that we don't even know what to do at this time point. All the articles you quoted are listed to all of the articles you quoted and the places you listed. Everything is in accordance to what Askar Muslim Grader did These guys there, they are misusing our own resources. They have gone out of job, mess everything up. But by the grace of God, Liberian will think this is a clear message to all of us as a Liberian. We love our country, we not love individual. Nobody more lie to other people are still all massively, and we will retire it, come on October 10, 2023. We tell with a nonsense. That's all we have to say. They do what they can do.
Thank you.
For my contribution this evening.
Thank you. We're not taking any call. We say thank you so much to all of you for calling. This is a few call. Try calling, but unfortunately, we couldn't get you. This is an issue, right? Liberia is a divine nation for all of us. We continue to say this. Liberia is for you, Liberia is for me, and Liberia is our common denominator. Nobody can deport us from here. Neither do we have another place to go to call home. We can go anywhere national ourselves, but that doesn't take the Liberianness from in us. Let's believe that our country is the only place we have. If and only if we can criticize government, at the end of the day, we want the government to do anything right for the people of this country, we should also muster the courage to criticize other people who are doing things out of the way and contrary to the country's development. So had no right who say who stand by this. They had no right to post up to anybody from entering the campuses of the University of Liberia, and they have no clue, no yardstick to tell people that they are corrupt or not, unless the person has been pleaded guilty of at any court of competence jurisdiction. They should stop. Students are different from politicians, and campus-based politics is different from the country's politics. Keep glued. My name is Gibson G. I have been here this evening on the issues of today. It has been a good time to be here, and good evening. Have a nice time from Monrovia, Liberia.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion.